Romantic Interludes in Japan, 1888. Rizal arrives in Yokohama early in the morning of Tuesday, February 28, 1888. He registered at the Grand Hotel. The next day, he proceeded to Tokyo and took a room at Tokyo Hotel where he stayed from March 2 to 7. Shortly after Rizal's arrival in Tokyo, he was visited at his hotel Juan Perez Caballero, Secretary of the Spanish League. The latter invited him to live at the Spanish legation. Rizal, being an intelligent man, realized that Spanish diplomatic authorities were instructed from Manila to monitor his movement in Japan. He accepted the invitation for two reasons. He could economize his living expenses by staying at the legation, and he had nothing to hide from praying eyes of the Spanish authorities. On March 7, Rizal checked out of Tokyo Hotel and lived at the Spanish legation. He and Perez Caballero became a good friends. On afternoon in March 1888, Rizal goes to a nearby park. As he approached the park, Rizal heard the Tokyo band playing and he was impressed by Super B's performance. Rizal was favorably impressed by Japan. He was a keen observer, taking copious notes on the life, customs, and culture of people. Things which impressed Rizal in Japan were the beauty of the country, the cleanliness, politeness, and industry of Japan people, the pictured dress and simple charm of Japanese women. There were few thieves. Beggars were rarely seen on street. One spring afternoon, a few days after he had moved into Japanese legation, Rizal saw a pretty Japanese girl walking past the legation gate. Rizal made me inquiry among the legation employees and learned from one of them that she was Soiko Shoi. Following afternoon, Rizal and the Japanese gardener waited at the legation gate and watched for the girl. As she approached, Rizal politely introduced himself. Rizal took off his hat and politely introduced himself. Since the first meeting, Rizal and the Oshishon, as Rizal called her, met almost daily. Together they visited interesting spots in the city, the Imperial Arts Gallery, the Imperial Library, and etc. Oshishon's beauty almost tempted Rizal to settle down in Japan. At the same time, he was offered a job in the legation. If he were a man of lesser heroic mood, he would have lived permanently in Japan and happily as with Oshishon, but then the Philippines would have lost a Rizal.
On April 13, 1888, Rizal boarded the Belgic and English steamer at Yokohama bound for the United States. He left Japan with a heavy heart, for he knew he would never again see this beautiful land and his beloved Ocean. Despite his sorrow heart, Rizal enjoyed his voyage to the United States. On board the ship, he met a semi-Filipino family. Another passenger, which Rizal befriended on board the Belgic, was Techos Uehiro, a fighting Japanese journalist, novelist, and champion of human rights, who was forced by the Japanese government to leave the country, just as Rizal was compelled to leave the Philippines by the Spanish authorities.